Okay.
Concern?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We'll go there.
Okay. Concern. Concern is being, my concern could be feeling like regret about drinking, regret about how it affects my life afterwards, how it affects everyone in this house. It's almost like always being worried about how you're going to negatively affect someone's childhood because mine was so horrible.
So, you're concerned, you're possibly concerned that because you're an alcoholic, although for the most part doing really well, even though you are an alcoholic, I feel you're concerned that you might think you may impact my children's childhood negatively, the way your childhood was impacted by your parents' alcoholism?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was not a good time. My mother was not a happy drunk. I'm the kind of drunk that the first drink makes me drunk, because after that I don't stop until things get bad. So it can go either way with me too. I can be a happy drunk, or I can be an angry and mad, or sad or depressed. But all behavior when I am drinking is at a 10 on whatever I'm feeling at the time. So it's off the scale. So I don't want to negatively affect children with all of that, because I don't seem like I'm not the same person when I'm drunk.
So, tell me more about, just to get an idea, tell me more about how you felt possibly when you were younger, as to why you might feel that you might affect my children.
Like
What
how I
makes
felt
you
when
so,
I was younger?
yes, what makes you so nervous? Even though, for the most part, you have done everything right. You have had a couple slip-ups, which I understand are a concern. But what makes you feel like you might not be a good role model to have around my children?
Well, first of all, I've never wanted to be anybody's role model. I've always just been what I am. I've always thought that of myself. I don't ever want to be like somebody that's, oh, I don't expect people to look at me and go, hey, that's what I want to be. Ever. Because I have been a hot mess. I've been a hot mess all my life.
You've been a hot mess before, but you've been very successful also. So why do you feel like you don't deserve the title of being a positive role model?
I don't know, maybe I don't think that much of myself about that. I don't.
Do you think that's from your possible upbringing? That just because your parents were alcoholics and you are an alcoholic, that you don't deserve to be a positive role model in someone else's life because you have done well?
I don't know if I've done well, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I have all the negative feelings that I have for my parents. That how they screwed up so badly.
I know, that's rough. That's hard. I have the same feelings.
So
And I understand those feelings. Especially, I understand those feelings. But knowing that you're not your mother and you're not your father, why don't you think that you're worthy of everything associated with being positive, a positive influence in someone's life?
maybe it's because that I feel like I have that like stigma like over me. It's the alcoholic, the alcoholism. Sometimes I think it was what I was. Several periods of my life.
And because that's followed you around, therefore it makes you feel that that's all there is.
Well, I mean, when you say the word alcoholic, I mean, do you think very many people have a positive reaction to it?
Not necessarily. However, I understand that so much, coming from a family full of alcoholics. My father, my brother, my twin sister. So I understand it. However, you are worthy of and capable of more than that. So
So, you're asking me questions. I mean, I'm just not successfully answering them because I'm I'm very good at dodging things.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because then things come to light, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want to talk about it.
But that's okay. So pretty much, if I were to try to sum this up, because your parents were alcoholics, even though not biological parents, even though they're your adoptive parents, they were alcoholics. You grew up to be an alcoholic. You feel that because of this, you're not capable of being a positive influence in this household, in my life and my children's life, because you're scared of your past behavior as an alcoholic.
I don't do good things when I drink at all. No.
However, you don't drink hardly ever.
That's true.
So, isn't there some success there?
There is.
So where would the fear come from? If you've been doing so well for how many years? 10 years. If
11.
You've been doing
11 years.
If you've been doing so well for 11 years, where is the fear coming from?
Because it recently just happened.
It did recently happen. But that was once in 11 years.
And there have been moments. I mean, there's always moments where I'm just like angry or upset about something. and I usually find a way out of making that decision.
So you've been doing really well.
But the fear comes now because it just happened. So I have those feelings of fear that this is. So then comes the guilt. And then the guilt follows either I have to live with it or in some way try to make it stop. Thus, by drinking again to make it go away. So it's scary because.
It is scary.
So part of the alcoholism is that I don't want to feel anything. So you drink.
So you drink to not feel. However,
so it's just like
it's
yeah.
a revolving door. It's a vicious.
So the fear
So
is.
you live here with me and my
Mhm.
children. You recently had an episode where you drank,
Mhm.
and it was not good.
No, it never is. There's never a night where I've gone.
No, that was.
You know what? I drank. And
It
it was
was
great.
good.
People liked me a lot, and I was so much
I
fun.
did so.
I made responsible decisions.
And
No
I
one
understand
ever
that.
said that about me.
No, no. But I also see that you want to do the right thing.
I always want to do the right thing, for the most
And
part. I always do.
And I can see that from this experience, you possibly even want to do better, to be better for the children in your life
Yes.
that do look up to you and love you, that you don't want to be that person.
No.
No,
No, I don't ever want to be that person.
you don't want to be your mom and dad. That would be scary because I fear the same thing. I understand that. I don't want to be my mom, even though my mom is not an alcoholic. I don't need my mom, so I understand that. All right,
It's good.
you think we're done?